Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me live for the first time that I'm doing a YouTube video live. And I am just going to make sure that we are actually live. Make sure that my tech is working appropriately. And that was not what I wanted to open. Just bear with me a second. Make sure the sound is off so that I don't echo. And also so that I can see the chat. Perfect. Okay. So hi everyone. So today's YouTube video is called Starting a New Semester, the Ultimate Resource to Create Your Academic Plan. So I know that a lot of you are going to be starting a brand new semester in the next couple of weeks. You are going to need to create an amazing plan that'll keep you motivated, focused, and help you design the most incredible college experience of your life, whether you are a traditional student, meaning that you're between the ages of 18 and 21, you're living on campus, maybe this is the first time that you're away from home, or you're a non-traditional student, someone who's commuting to and from college. Maybe you're an older student, maybe you are a mom, a single parent, or maybe you're married and you're commuting to and from school. You just don't have that typical college experience that we're talking about. In today's video, I'm going to be helping you to create that academic plan that'll keep you on track and keep you motivated, because that's one of the things that I hear a lot from college students is that they want to be successful as students. They want to get really good grades. They want to take advantage of all of the resources that they have on campus, but they don't really know how to make it happen. They don't really know how to go about it. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And because I'm doing this live, I do have some notes with me. So if you see me looking down, it's because I need to make sure that I stay on point, that I stay on track, and I really appreciate you bearing with me through all of that. So let's go ahead and talk about step number one of creating an academic plan. And step number one is really deciding what you want to do, be, and have at the end of the next 2 to 4 years. 2 years if you're at a community college, 4 years if you're at a traditional university or a traditional four-year college. Now, the reason why it's important for you to know what you want to do, and who you want to be at the end of the next 4 years is because you can't create a plan. You can't create a set of steps if you don't know where you're going. You can't create a roadmap if you don't know what your end point is. And too many times, be thinking of college students is just, I'm going to go to college because that's the next thing to do. But what are you going to college for? What's the end goal? What's the end game? What do you want to have accomplished, experienced? Who do you want to have rubbed elbows with? Who do you want to have met? What kind of classes do you want to have taken? What kind of internships do you want to have experienced? Do you want to study abroad? Do you want to learn how to write better resumes? Do you want to know how to learn about the field that you're going into? What's the purpose for you being in college? One of the reasons why you get motivated, disheartened, disappointed, depressed, you feel lost while you're in college is because you never had a plan in the first place. You never had a vision for your college experience. You kind of just let someone else dictate the way that you wanted your life to go. You let someone else choose the next steps in your life instead of taking the initiative and taking control of your life and deciding for yourself and envisioning for yourself what it is that you want to have by the end of the semester, by the end of the year, by the end of the next 4 years. So if you don't have a college vision, if you don't know what you want to do over the next 4 years, what you want to accomplish, I'm going to give you some questions to think about. And tomorrow, this video is going to be going live on my brand new website called She Rocks at College. And in it, I'm gonna list out everything that I talked about in this video. You're gonna see the questions, you're gonna see all 4 steps of creating your academic plan. So if you are, furiously writing notes, if you're trying to keep up with me, don't worry. This is being recorded, and it will be live on the She Rocks at College website, and you'll get a cheat sheet on the website with everything that I'm talking about. But you can start creating your academic plan by asking and thinking through these questions. What kind of grades would make you feel really happy and content? And really think deep about this. And because not every college student wants to be an A student, not every college student cares about a 4.0. I've worked with many college girls who their goals for their grades are Bs. They just want to be able to do decently in college. They don't care about being the top student. They just want to know that they did their best and that they did everything that was in their power to pass the class and pass the class with a decent grade. What fields or subject matters interest you? And I'm not saying that you have to pick a major right now. I'm not saying that you have to decide exactly what job it is that you want for the exact company and the exact pay and whatever, but start thinking about what interests you. Are you interested in marine biology? Are you interested in fashion? Are you interested in having a marketing position? Like, when you thought about growing up, when you thought about having an adult job, when you thought about what college was going to get you, which is a job that pays well, what did you have in mind? Who are some of the people that you adore, or what are the types of people that you want to meet in college? Maybe you came from a really small town where everyone was exactly the same and you wanted to get out and explore the world and see, what other types of people are out there. Who were those types of people that you wanted to meet? What most excited you about the idea of college? Was it that you could possibly now earn more money because you can get a higher paying job? Was it that you wanted to get involved in internships or volunteering, or the opportunity to study abroad, or get involved in student politics or volleyball or drama club? Or maybe your school has like some really amazing program that's the only program that they have in the entire country. What excited you about the idea of going to college? And what do you not want to regret? So when you leave in the next 2 to 4 years, what do you not want to regret not having done? What would you feel really terrible about when you're lying in a hospital bed at the age of 90 and you're thinking back to your college years? What would you have wished you would have done? And what are your biggest fears and concerns about your college experience? Because you want to make sure that you create an environment for yourself that either helps you get over those fears, helps you accomplish getting over those fears, or maybe you want to create an environment where those fears don't come to pass. Maybe your fear is that you're going to, be found out that you're not smart enough. So you put in place systems that help you become the student that you want to become. So once you know a little bit more and you have a bit more sense about the kind of college experience that you want to create, the next step is to meet with your academic advisor, or to create a plan for yourself if you don't want to meet with your academic advisor, to come up with a system, come up with a strategy on how you're going to make your college vision a reality. So I'm just gonna head on over and see who's here with us. So it looks like Deanna's here with us. Hello, so glad to have you here. Let's see who else is here. It looks like Devanshi is also here. Thank you guys for joining me live. So step number 2 of creating your academic plan is to meet with your academic advisor to create your initial game plan. So now that you have an idea of the types of things that you want to experience while you're in college and the direction you're currently thinking that your life might go, because obviously things change, but now that you have an idea, it's time to enlist the help of your academic advisor. Your academic advisor is a great resource to bounce ideas off of. The role of your academic advisor, if you don't know what that is, Their role is to really just provide you with resources that are tailored to your academic and your life goals. And they can even help you navigate your current struggles as a student if you're experiencing them. They will help facilitate your decision making. They're not going to force anything on you. They're not going to make decisions for you, but they're going to give you enough information and enough resources that you can come up with an educated decision, a well thought out decision on the track that you want to take. And they can also help keep you on track with your graduation requirements for your major and to graduate in general from the school. So your role as a student in the academic advisor-student relationship is to use and abuse them, to actually show up for those 1, sometimes 2 times a semester meetings with your academic advisor and express to them what it is that you want. They can't help you unless you talk to them. They can't guide you unless you share with them what it is that you want out of college, what it is that you want to achieve. When you're open and honest with them and you're detailed about the things that you want and you're unapologetic and unafraid, unashamed to share with them what you're struggling with, you're going to get the most incredible, the most personalized, the most amazing college experience of your life because you're stepping up and showing up for your life, and you're doing everything that is in your power to make sure that all the money, the thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that you're either paying out of pocket or taking out in student loans is being put to use for your benefit so that you can become what you want to become, so that you can succeed, so that you can make the money that you wanted to make by getting a college education. But none of that will come to fruition unless you tell people what it is that you want and you ask for the help. So here are some of the things that your academic advisor can help you with. They can help you come up with an academic study routine, a plan if you're struggling with that. And I saw that someone here actually had a question on that. You know, can you help me create a study plan? Yes, I can absolutely help you create a study plan, but so can your academic advisor. They can help you manage your time. They can recommend majors and minors based on your career goals. So if you let them know this is the type of job that I was hoping to get when I graduate, what do you think is the best major for that? What do you think would be my best course of action? What classes should I take that would help me prepare or land a job in that particular field? They can recommend specific study abroad programs and which classes to take while you study abroad. They can recommend classes based off of your strengths and your weaknesses. So let's say that your college, which most colleges have this, a core requirement for graduating, there are usually things like English composition classes that you have to take, and foreign languages and history classes that are mandatory for all students. Well, if you're a student who really struggles with essay writing and you express that to your academic advisor, they're going to help you pick a class that meets your level, that still satisfies that core graduation requirement. So they can help you pick classes that meets all of your academic graduation requirements, but that are tailored to your strengths, weaknesses, and interests. They can help you create backup plans because, let's face it, sometimes you fail courses. Sometimes you have to take a different route. Maybe you started off with the Bachelor of Science, but because you failed a couple of courses or had to withdraw, now you need to change to a Bachelor of Arts. Or maybe you decided halfway down the line that if you didn't get into a certain program that you had a plan B. They can help you create a plan around that in case things go awry and not according to the initial plan that you had. They can help you create your academic plan. So when should you take certain courses? How should you set up your courses? How many credits you need total for your major? How many credits you need total for just general graduation requirements? And they can help you set up in which semester to take all of those courses. They can help you deal with failed classes. They can connect you with other faculty who might help you with achieve some of the goals that you've expressed to your academic advisor. They can help you create a study plan and direct you to the appropriate resources in order to achieve your grade goals, so that they can recommend tutoring or recommend certain services on campus. They can recommend campus clubs, campus activities that might look really good when you're applying to your graduate program, depending on the graduate program that you're applying to, or if you're applying for an internship or a job, they can recommend certain clubs that you should be a part of that will make you stand out as a candidate. They can review your grad school application requirements. They can keep you on track with your application process for graduate schools or dental schools or law schools or med schools. They can give you letters of recommendation. This is why it's so key that you develop a relationship with them, because how can someone recommend you? How can someone write beautiful, inspiring, motivating things about you that would make somebody want to hire you or make somebody want to have you in their medical school program or in their law school program or in their community outreach program if they don't know you, if they don't know what your qualities are? And that only comes from developing relationships and showing up for these appointments and expressing your desires, your wants, your needs, and who you are as a person. And then they can also recommend certain graduate programs based off of what you're interested in and what kind of job you would like to have. Let's see. I'm just trying to keep up, everyone, with everything. Hey, Candy and Isis, thank you guys for joining me. Love Hope, I'm glad that you're here. This is your first time attending a stream. Glad that I was your first. So if you are going to meet with your academic advisor, usually this happens within the first few weeks of the semester, or the first month of the semester. So if you're nervous about how that relationship is going to go, you don't really know the types of questions to ask, you don't really know how it's going to go, you don't know what to do, you don't want to be awkward and just sit there in silence, I'm going to give you 5 questions that you should absolutely ask your academic advisor the first time you ever meet with them, first time that you meet with them every semester. So the top 5 questions that you should ask your academic advisor are, number 1, what is your role as my academic advisor? What kind of things can you help me with? This helps to set up the expectations. You know what they can and cannot do for you in their role as your academic advisor, so that there are no surprises and so that you don't get upset if they don't help you with a certain thing. If you are upfront at the beginning, ask them what's your role, then you understand what they can and cannot do for you as your academic advisor. Question 2 is, how can I best prepare for these meetings with you so that we're both getting the most out of them? So that you know what you need to bring to the meetings, what kind of questions you need to bring, the resources, the things that you guys are going to talk about. When you ask your academic advisor what they need from you, this helps you guys to come up with a plan that benefits the both of you. The third question is, what direction should I go with my major if I'm interested in blank? Whatever that interest is. So again, what direction should I go with my major if I'm interested in blank? This question is super important, and let me tell you why. When I was going to college with the intent of going on to medical school, I was under the impression that in order to get into medical school, you absolutely had to major in bio or chemistry or biochem or something in the sciences. You had to be declared as a pre-med major. And no one throughout my whole 4 years told me otherwise. That was a lie. You don't have to major in pre-med type courses in order to get into a pre-med program. That is not an accurate plan or course of action. You can actually major in whatever you want as long as you meet the basic requirements, the basic core classes that you need to get into a medical school program, which are your basic biology classes, your basic chemistry courses, your basic calculus courses in your basic physics courses, but I didn't know that at the time. And if I would have had these types of conversations, had these types of questions with my academic advisor, then I would have been in a better position to pick a major where I could have succeeded. Fourth question is, based on successful students you've advised or worked with in the past who have similar lifestyles to mine, how should I set up my academic plan to graduate in 4 years? I wish that I would have asked this question. And I feel like a genius for the fact that I came up with it, because the reason why this question is important is because your advisor has been an advisor probably for a long time. They've met a variety of different students with a variety of different lifestyles, strengths, weaknesses, backgrounds. And if you ask them this question, you know, have you ever advised someone who's been in a similar situation as me? What did you recommend for them? What did you see actually work for them? How did they set up their schedule so that they didn't go crazy or fail or feel too overwhelmed? They'll be able to create a plan that's actually going to help you to succeed, and not just dump this idealistic plan for you that's not going to work based off of your lifestyle. And then the last question that is really important that you ask your academic advisor is, if I'm struggling in my major, academic life, or personal life, what campus services would you recommend for me? What academic services do you want to make sure that I am aware of so that I can make the most use out of them? Again, another key question, because when I had an academic advisor, she just told me that I didn't have what it takes. She didn't recommend me to resources to help bring up my grades or learn how to study better, or learn how to write better papers, or to help with my anxiety of the fact that I was failing all of these courses. And I wish that I would have asked her. I wish that I would have had some sense in me, that I would have had the audacity to ask her, excuse me, see me struggling, what kind of resources should I be aware of? And how do I make the best use out of these resources? Don't just send me there, but tell me how to use these resources so that I get the most out of it. So step number 2 of creating your academic plan is to meet with your advisor. And I just gave you 5 questions that you should ask your advisor in your first meeting. Step number 3 is to design your flexible study schedule. Students often argue that they don't have enough time in the day, that they're super busy, that the professors expect them to read way too many chapters in not enough days, and that college is so hard and I don't know what to do, and I feel like I'm studying all the time, and I feel like I'm constantly pulling all-nighters, and this is awful. I'm so exhausted. I just want to go home. Can I just graduate already? Right? You're thinking about all of these things because you're not utilizing your time. 168 hours in a week. And that's the way that you need to think about it. I created a whole series around creating a study schedule. So for those of you who have been asking questions about creating an ideal study schedule, how to manage your time, there's a whole series on this YouTube channel dedicated to creating the most epic study schedule of your life. Go and check that out. And if you're interested in having me help you create a personalized study schedule, August 25th through the 27th, I'm hosting a free 3-day challenge called Create Your Study Routine in a Weekend. We're going to be walking through exactly what to do if you don't have enough time to study. What do you do if you don't have enough time to study? We're going to be walking you through how to create a study schedule, walking you through how to make the most use out of your time, how to stop procrastinating. And that's taking place August 25th through the 27th. And if you want to get in on that challenge, you have to go to bit.ly, so that's bit.ly/study routine. So that's bit.ly/study routine. So we are going to type it in for you guys so that we all know where to go. And so for 3 days, one-on-one. I'm going to be going live on my Facebook page. We're going to be working through worksheets. I'm going to help you have a kick-ass study routine for your whole semester. You guys are going to be getting A's all over the place, being on top of your craft, overcoming procrastinating less, and it's going to be freaking amazing. So again, August 25th through the 27th. Fun fact, the 27th is actually my birthday. Yes, I'm taking out time for my birthday to help you succeed during your semester because I care about college students much. So bit.ly/study routine to get in on the 3-day challenge, how to create your study routine in a weekend. So getting back to number 3, is you need to go watch those videos on my channel to create your study routine. So if you want to create a great academic plan, step number 1 is you need to have a vision for what you want to get. What do you want to be? What do you want to do? What do you want to have at the end of these 4 years? You're paying a lot of freaking money to get a college education. Make sure that it was worth it. Make sure that it was worth it. Don't get yourself into a situation where you're $75,000 in debt, $50,000 in debt. You basically have a mortgage payment without a house, without knowing that at the end of that, there is a plan for you to make that money back, for you to be able to pay off your student loans, for you to be able to live a financially independent life where you're not relying on the government, your friends, or your family to pay for your life. I want girls like me who come from backgrounds that are less than, who might not have gotten a great high school education, who didn't go to a prep school, who were told that they weren't smart enough or they would never amount to anything, or who society automatically thinks less than, to live up to the standards that everyone thinks that we will never achieve. I want to equip you to live an incredible life, to succeed, to hit all of your goals, and to not be knocked down. But you have to be willing to have that vision for yourself, and that's where a great academic plan starts. It's with a vision, with a goal, with an incredible just imagination of what your life can be. You need to know where you're heading in order to create a plan. So that is step number 1. Step number 2, enlist some help on how to achieve that vision. Your academic advisor is a great resource for that. They will help you create the step-by-step, year-by-year, semester by semester, day-by-day plan to achieve that vision that I just asked you to create for yourself. And then step number 3 is to create a study routine, an academic plan that'll help take care of the grades, that'll just make getting awesome grades like turning out things in an assembly line. You're just turning out A's and B's like it's nobody's business, like it's no big deal, like you can do it in your sleep. That's what the study routine and the study plan will do for you. And if you have trouble creating those types of things, we have that challenge coming up that'll help you create it. So step number 4, last thing that you need to have inside of your academic plan in order to have an incredible start to your semester, is to create for yourself what I like to call an academic contingency plan. For when you're feeling unmotivated, when you're uninspired, and when you're struggling academically. So my motto in life is to create a plan and then follow the plan. The plan only works when you follow it, and you follow it consistently. But what do you do when you're following the plan, you're following it consistently, and the plan isn't working? You're doing everything in your power to try to turn things around, and you're still failing courses, you're still missing assignments, you're still pulling all-nighters, you're still writing papers the night before they're due, you're still a mess as a student. What do? Well, you pull out this academic contingency plan. So an academic contingency plan is basically your plan B. It's your backup plan. It's a plan that you use when you're struggling academically, emotionally, physically. You're just a hot mess. You need to pull out this plan. So what you should include in your academic contingency plan are a list of campus resources and go-to strategies that you can use to prevent a mental breakdown, to make sure that you're accomplishing something with your academic life, and to not fail your classes. And what you have to remember as a student that I think that sometimes we forget, and I think that the reason why we forget this is not necessarily because we don't know what to do, but I think it comes down to being embarrassed and being ashamed of calling you out or making you feel like you're nothing, like you're dumb, like you're not cut out for this, like you'll never succeed or never amount to anything. And that if you ask for help, it'll confirm all of these beliefs and all of these thoughts that you have about yourself. But when you ask for help, you're able to accomplish a lot of these things, and you never know what can come out of it. The biggest mistake that I made when I failed out of that bio major was that I hid. I hid from my professors. I hid from my academic advisor. I hid from my parents. I hid from anybody that wanted to ask me anything about college because I was failing. I failed over 7 classes, withdrew from many more than that, didn't want to talk about college with anybody because I felt like such a failure. I've never felt so stupid in my life than when I was going through college the first time around. And I'm tearing up because I get emotional. I felt so stupid. I felt so dumb. And I was so afraid to talk to anybody about it because I thought that they were going to look me in the eyes and tell me, you are dumb. You aren't cut out for this. What are you even doing here? You need to just go work at McDonald's and not even think about ever becoming more than that. Reason why some of you are afraid to ask for help, but I'm telling you that there are people out there, people like me, who want to see you succeed, who want to uplift you, who want to help you get to where it is that you want to go. But if you don't ask for the help, you're never going to get there, because the only reason why you're not where you want to be is because you lack the current level of skill to get there. And in order to get those skills, you have to equip yourself with them by either learning from someone else or asking someone to tell you where to go so that you can learn those skills. It's not about your IQ level. It's not about not being good enough. It's not about not being smart enough. It's not about not being cut out for whatever major. It's just that you lack the current level of skills that you need in order to succeed in that major, in order to overcome that current struggle that you're going through. So in order to be able to do that, you have to equip yourself with those skills. And that comes with either going out and researching it yourself, or asking someone to help guide you or tell you how they did it. And that's what I'm trying to do at She Rocks at College. I'm trying to equip you girls with those skills so that you don't ever have to feel the way that I felt when I was going through college. So I'm going to tell you right now some of the resources that you can use on campus that will help teach you these skills that you maybe don't know about, never heard about, or maybe that you've been afraid to use. And before I do that, I'm just going to take a look at what you guys have said so far. So Deanna makes a really good point. She said, the biggest thing that you can do is talk to your advisor. To talk to a counselor or mental health on campus is vital. And I cannot agree with you more. That's actually one of the things that I have here on the contingency plan. So some of the campus resources that you should have on your contingency plan are academic services and academic services workshops. So most colleges have a department, a facility called academic services, or student academics, or something along those type of lines, where the whole purpose of it is to help you become a better student, right? So the academic services department on campus often hosts different types of workshops on time management, workshops on how to study, how to prepare for final exams, how to deal with test anxiety, how to write better notes, how to talk to your advisor. They offer services on reading comprehension, writing better papers, outlining papers, researching. They have a bunch of different workshops, but you have to go to the academic services or location on campus, and they usually have a bulletin board with all of the different workshops, the times, the dates, and all those kinds of things. And these are places that you want to go because they're going to equip you with the skills that I told you that you were lacking. And those skills that you're lacking in are the skills that are causing you not to achieve the goals that you want. So you have to go and learn those skills and apply them, and you have free resources on campus to help teach you those skills. The second place is your professor's office hours. The professors are the best resource when it comes to succeeding in classes because they're the ones creating the paper topics. They're the ones grading the papers. They're the one writing the exam. They're the one teaching you the content. And if you go to them and you express to them what you've been doing, what you've tried, what's working, what's not working, they'll be able to help you come up with a plan that's specific to helping you pass their particular exams or to help you get A's on their papers, because they can tell you, this is what I look for when I'm reading a paper. This is how I would like students to structure it. They can show you examples of practice tests. They can show you examples of papers that they thought were really well written and why they were well written. And these can serve as guides for you to help you also see success in that class, like those other students that they're sharing information from. The other place is career services. So if you're interested in internships or landing a on-campus job or an off-campus job, you want to learn how to write a better resume or cover letter, the career services department in your school helps with all of that. They also have workshops on interview skills, on resume writing skills, on cover letter writing skills, a bunch of different things. And they can also help you major would be best based off of what career it is that you want. That career services department is one that you should definitely visit. The campus library often has workshops as well, and they have a research librarian whose sole job is to help you with your research papers. And so utilize them. Go to the campus library. There are also a lot of books that you can rent out if you don't have a computer. You can rent out a computer. There are certain books that professors will pull on hold that you can rent out for free. You rent all of this stuff for free, which you're technically paying in tuition, but it's free at the time, that you can use for a couple of hours. Tutoring center, the writing center, the financial aid office if you're looking for scholarships or you're struggling to pay for school. And then, of course, counseling center. Every school covers in your tuition a free counselor, therapist, mental health professional whose sole job is to help you emotionally navigate your struggles as a student. And I see so many students not utilizing this free therapy. It is expensive. If you want to get therapy outside, if you want to get access to mental health resources outside of college, it's expensive. So take advantage of it. Go talk to them about your anxieties. Go talk to them about how you're feeling as a student, how overwhelmed you are. They can help you get over some of your fears, get over some of your anxieties, get over some of the emotional things that you're going through if you're experiencing depression or any other kind of mental health or disability that you might be experiencing. Go utilize the personal counseling center at your school. In the blog post that I'll have tomorrow with this video and the outline of everything that I talked about, I also will tell you how often I feel like you should use these services on campus to see the most amount of success. So again, tomorrow, go to She Rocks at College, the outline of the notes, and you're going to get, if you sign up for the challenge, you're going to get worksheets that you can use with your academic advisor, that you can use to set up your plan, that you can use to set up your contingency plan. So you want to make sure that you're on that challenge email list. And then that's basically it. I'm going to have additional things on the blog post, but those are really the 4 things, the four frameworks or building blocks of a really great academic plan. And so for those of you who are just hopping on now, let me go ahead and recap them for you. Number one is to decide what you want to do, be, and have at the end of the next 2 to 4 years. What's your vision? What do you want to get out of this freaking $100,000 education? You need to milk it for everything that it has. You need to make sure that at the end of that, you make back your investment by having a really great plan to graduate within those 4 years, because you don't want to keep racking up the student debt. You don't want to fail out. You don't want to end up in a career that you don't want. Have a vision for what you want to experience over the next 4 years. And then number two, enlist some help on how to make that vision a reality. Academic advisor is the person to go for help with creating that plan. The third thing is to create and design a flexible study schedule. And I have many videos on this channel specific on how to create a study schedule. But if you want some one-on-one help, you want to go through the process with me, August 25th, 26th, and 27th, I am hosting a 3-day challenge to help you create your study routine in a weekend, your study schedule in a weekend. So if you want to get in on that challenge, you need to sign up at bit.ly/study routine. So that's bit.ly/study routine. It's all lowercase. Make sure that you sign up for that. And the fourth thing that you must have in your academic plan to see success this semester is an academic contingency plan that will help you get back on track when you're feeling unmotivated or uninspired and are struggling academically. You have those 4 things, there's no possible way that you're not going to see success this semester. If you have those 4 things, you follow it, you use it, you're consistent with it, you get back on track with it every time you fall off, you are going to see so much success as a student, and you're going to be amazed at the difference between last semester and this semester. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to open it up for questions for about 5 minutes because I'm starting to lose my voice here. I should have brought in some water. So if you have questions, go ahead and ask them now. Let's see. So 60606 says, can you post this list on your Facebook page? I will be posting the blog post on my Facebook page. So that will be going up tomorrow. So yes, that will be up for you. Deanna says, good. Thanks for the notes you'll make available in your blog. I have a friend who'll be a freshman and she feels a bit shaky about her academic prowess. Oh, I love that. Academic prowess. Piano Book says, question, can those who sign up revisit the material from the study plan challenge after the 27th? Yes, so the videos will remain on my Facebook page. So if you can't make it live to the actual sessions on the 25th, the 26th, and the 27th, the videos will remain on the actual Facebook page, and you'll be able to revisit them if, say, you want to come back and review something or you forgot about how to do a particular section. That'll be on my Facebook page. So Deanna asked, how do we join the challenge? So to join the challenge, again, I'm going to type it in. You go to bit.ly/study. So I think that I'm able to share my screen actually. So let's see if I can do this. Let's see. So you guys should, it'll look a bit wonky for a second, and then you should be able to see my screen. And we will go to it together. So bit.ly/study routine. And the page will look like this. So create your study routine in a weekend. Design the perfect flexible study routine that will get you A's and more free time this semester. So it's a free 3-day challenge to help you find out exactly what to do if you don't have time to study but still want A's. to effortlessly achieve the goals you promised yourself at the beginning of the semester. So that vision that I was talking about, how do you actually create a plan on your own or with your academic advisor to make sure that you're achieving all of those visions and all of those goals? How to design a flexible study routine that eliminates all-nighters and creates more free time for you to enjoy things outside of college and outside of the classroom. And you're going to learn why you procrastinate and how to get yourself to do it a lot less this week. So if you're interested in this 3-day challenge, you just click on I'm in. It's going to run from August 25th to the 27th. So just enter your first name and your email address. Click on I'm in, and when the challenge starts, you're going to be receiving the next steps on what it is that you need to do. So that is it. My name is Clarissa. I am the creator of She Rocks at College. I help brilliant and ambitious college girls get better grades without the stress, overwhelm, and lack of social life. I hope that you enjoyed this very first live YouTube video that I did. The next time that I do it, I will be a lot more organized. The tech hopefully will be working correctly the first time around, and I'll have a little bit more structure, but I really like the fact that I can interact with all of you. Maybe I'll set up a screen where I can see your questions as I'm doing the video so that I don't have to keep going back and forth and stopping and thinking about what it is that you're saying, and it can be a lot more interactive and I can answer your questions, and maybe I'll even help some of you live come up with your study strategies or overcome difficulties with writing your notes or writing your papers and give you feedback so that you're actually able to have a mentor, somebody there to help you succeed as a student, somebody who I wish I would have had caring about my success as a student and caring about my life, not just in college, but beyond. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next live one that I do. Bye.